Welcome back to Sleepy Palm Island. The ritual is simple: a quiet room, the soft weight of a blanket, and a story shaped to release the day. Tonight, mountains keep the valley safe, silent walls against the world beyond. The river flows like a lullaby below, and every muscle in the body finds its way toward ease. The story is here to quiet the mind, to let tension dissolve from the body, and to guide you towards steady, unbroken rest. So lie back, let the muscles soften, one by one, and let the night lead you peacefully into rest. Step gently into this moment, as if you've just arrived without moving at all. The air is warm and gentle, carrying the scent of river water drifting through the open windows, fresh, a little cool, touched with moss and green leaves, mixing with the dry sweetness of aged wood that holds the memory of countless calm nights. You stand inside a quiet, traditional Javanese wooden house, built in the old island way, with high ceilings and wide windows, designed to let the night air move easily through the room. The walls are made of dark, seasoned wood, its surface dense and finely grained, the texture uneven, with shallow ridges that catch a faint shimmer of light along the green. In some places, the wood shows pale streaks where the fibers have dried and tightened over time, and deeper lines where the natural resin once ran, now sealed and still. Along the lower panels of the veranda, carvings stretch in calm, repeating lines, leaf patterns bending with gentle rhythm, small blossoms etched in steady symmetry, and thin borders filled with diamond shapes that guide the eyes along the wall's edge. Every panel feels different, a small variation, a quiet signature from the island craftsman who shaped it long ago. The beams above you cross with precision, their joints bound tightly without nails, interlocked through carved wooden slots, each piece fitting perfectly into the next. The roof rises high and then slopes outward, its layered shape made to let hot air rise and escape, and to keep the space below cool and dry, even when the rain falls heavily outside. Across the room, a wooden bed rests against the far wall, its frame carved by hand, edges rounded smooth, the grain visible even in the dim light. A soft blanket lies across it, woven from fine cashmere, smooth and weightless, warm the moment it touches the skin, yet light enough to let the air move quietly through. Near the window, two large wooden chairs face one another, their backs curved and carved with quiet precision. On each seat rests a cushion, thick, soft, and slightly uneven from use, covered in pale fabric that feels cool at first touch and warms quickly beneath the hand. Between them stands a small table of the same dark wood, its legs slightly uneven from age. At the center of the table sits a shallow wooden bowl filled with ripe fruit, bananas, mangoes, and small green limes, their scent faintly sweet in the warm air. Along one wall, narrow shelves hold a short row of books, spines faded, corners worn from touch, a collection gathered slowly, read often, and never in a hurry. In the corner stands a low table. Lantern light drifts across the room, settling on wood and shadow by turns, as if the house were quietly alive, breathing in the warmth and releasing it again into the night. And in that stillness, you begin to sense the same quiet rhythm, the slow, balanced order that lives in everything here. It's not silence, but a gentle motion, like breath, that has found its natural pace, like time unfolding without rush. Air moves slowly in this room, soft, warm near the wood, cool near the window. Outside, river flows with a calm rhythm, a steady murmur repeating, always the same, always kind. Let the breath find its own rhythm. Inhale gently, exhale a little longer. Notice how the body follows this pattern without any effort. Floorboards feel smooth under bare feet. They carry the faint scent of wood, warmth from the day resting inside the grain. The woven mat nearby waits quietly, edges soft against the floor. You may notice the forehead easing now, the skin over the brow loosening, the muscles around the eyes letting go, lids a little heavier than before. Relax the jaw, let it rest. The lips feel softer now, gently resting together, no effort in their shape. On the veranda, a lantern light weaves through the lattice panels, casting shifting patterns across the wall. Edges soften, corners grow quiet. Let shoulders drop. Notice the collarbones widening, the back spreading, as if every small muscle found its place. Step toward the doorway. Wood under the palm feels smooth, grain simple and sure. Each step shifts weight slowly, boards answering with a low sound. Pause at the threshold. Behind you, warm light. Around you, night air on the cheeks. Before you, a veranda with railing worn smooth. Beyond that, the valley in moonlight. Take a slow breath. Let it travel down to the chest. Exhale longer. Feel the ribs release, the heart quiet in its space. Mountains rise in a circle around the village, dark peaks against a softer sky. They stand still and silent, closing the space with calm strength. Because they stand, the valley feels protected. Because they stand, the air feels kind. A path leads from the veranda through the grass. Mist lies low above it, a thin veil shining in silver light. Palms move slowly, fronds brushing one another with gentle sound. Listen. Water flows over stones, rounded, unbroken. Crickets hum nearby. One bird calls, then silence again. Step onto the veranda. Neighbor houses glow through the palms. Windows steady. Curtains shift slightly. Every sign says the same thing. Safe, calm, resting. The valley waits quietly. The river keeps speaking. The homes shine softly. The night surrounds you with safety. Take 3 more easy breaths. each one slower, each one deeper. With every exhale, the body accepts more rest. When you are ready, step down from the veranda, feet finding the cool wooden stairs, lantern light fading behind you. The path waits below, grass brushing the ankles, stones leading toward the stream, water guiding with its sound. The mountains stand above, the river calls below, and the night keeps you safe. Grass bends gently with the weight of air. Your eyes follow the line of the path as it moves forward. Soft mist touching the edges of each stone. Every shape feels softened, edges rounded by night. Even shadows lean quietly across the ground, without sharpness, without demand. Somewhere nearby, a lantern swings once, its glow spilling a little farther, then returning close to its home. Light pools on the wood, glimmers faintly across the edge of grass, and folds back into itself. Look toward the mountains once more. They seem higher from this angle, their shapes layered against the sky, peaks cut into deep blue, lines firm and calm. They close the horizon like strong arms around a child. No wind presses here, no sound carries farther than needed. Everything is contained, everything remains steady. Let the mouth soften now, lips part slightly. Notice the mist thickening near the stream. It rolls slowly, curls around grass stems, clings to stones, shines where moonlight touches it. Your eyes trace its movement without effort. There is no task. There is only the gentle motion forward and back, like a breath spread across the valley. Through the palms above, stars reveal themselves, one, then another, tiny points, steady and white. They hang quietly, unmoving while the fronds sway. Their patience joins the patience of the mountains. You can trust this stillness. It does not break. Lanterns in distant windows remind you of others nearby. No sound reaches you, yet their glow feels companionable. Each small light says, safe. Each small light says, rest is here. It is enough to know they exist, to let the body settle deeper into the present. Step slowly down from the veranda, one step, then another. Boards yield gently under your weight, offering a low sound that drifts into the night air and vanishes. Feet meet the packed earth of the garden path. It feels firm, supportive, a surface that accepts without resistance. Grass leans into your ankles, blades wet with dew, coolness spreading upward into skin. The stream ahead speaks more clearly. Its song rises and falls with no rush. Every ripple tells the same story, steady, reliable, unchanging. You may sense the breath aligning to it, your own rhythm, following water's rhythm, without any need to try. Mist gathers low. It curls around the stones edging the path, silver under moonlight, dim along the edges, but always present, a gentle veil softening every outline. Continue along the path. Stones lie scattered, some large, some small, each one smoothed by years of rain and footsteps. Bare souls notice their shapes, round edges, flat surfaces, textures that steady the mind. The riverbank rises close now. Water shimmers under moonlight, a shifting pattern of silver and shadow. Fish flicker just beneath the surface, quick arcs of brightness, vanishing and returning, never still, yet never hurried. Palms above sway gently. Fronds stroke each other. A faint sound, like a whisper, too kind to disturb. Every movement in harmony with water. Every sound folded into the same fabric. It is enough to notice motion, silver of fish, shadows shifting across stone, reflections trembling with each ripple. Stay with this. Let it fill the mind. No effort needed, just the act of receiving, just the act of being. Mint grows nearby, leaves dark and full, their edges shine with moisture. Reach gently toward them. Fingers brush their round surfaces. A fresh scent releases instantly, green and cool, flowing into the nose, into the lungs. Pick a sprig, hold it lightly. Notice the texture. Notice how breath responds. Deeper, easier, more open. Beside it, lemongrass stands. Tall blades gather together, stems pale at their base. Bend one slowly. Feel the fibers yield. A faint citrus sharpness lifts into the air. It clears space in the head, a brightness that feels natural, welcomed. Collect a few blades. Place them in the other hand with mint. The combination of scents fills the air now. Sweet green, sharp citrus, balanced perfectly. Listen to the sounds. Water folding, leaves brushing. An insect call carried briefly, then gone. Each sound arrives, each sound leaves. None ask for more. Look to the mountains. They rise above mist, edges sharp against the sky. They form a wall, but not to close you in. They form a circle to hold you safe. Like guardians, they stand silent. Like pillars, they never shift. Take another long breath. Fill the chest. Release it slowly. Notice how heaviness spreads further, down through the legs, into the feet, through the ground itself. Touch the water again. Let it slide across the skin. Cool lines tracing each finger. Dip the other hand. Bring water to the face. Press gently against cheeks. Let droplets roll downward. They carry heat away. They leave calm behind. Sit back on a flat rock at the edge. Weight spreads across hips, down the thighs, through the legs. The stone accepts you fully. You need not hold yourself. You need only sit, breathe, watch. The stream continues, unbroken, unchanging, each wave moving forward, each ripple folding back. It reminds the body to keep the same rhythm. Let eyelids grow heavier. Let them lower halfway. Notice the comfort in this half-light. Shadows deepen. Reflections scatter. Mist thickens across the bank. All of it signals rest. Mint rests in your palm. Its freshness lingers. Lift it once more. Inhale. The scent spreads through the nose, through the chest, into every limb. It tells the body that sleep is welcome. It tells the mind that stillness is ready. One more long breath, and another, each one slower, each one calmer. Stay with the stream. Stay with the mountains. Stay with the mist. Everything continues. Everything is safe. Everything holds you. Remain here until you feel the call to rise. The house waits above. The veranda glows in warm light. The kettle waits for herbs. But there is no rush, only the rhythm of water, only the comfort of air, only the patience of mountains. Every detail reminds the body it is time to let go, time to sink deeper, time to prepare for rest. Stand slowly, herbs in hand, steps gentle, path leading back through mist. The house glows above. The night opens a way. A lantern above the doorway sways just enough to shift its circle of light across the wall. Your steps lift easily from the ground, soles carrying the coolness of grass and stone as they rise. Each movement feels unhurried, deliberate, like the house has been waiting for you to return at exactly this pace. The railing meets your palm again. It steadies you without question. Wood smooth under skin, edges softened by countless nights like this one. Lift your gaze. Houses across the valley glow as if stitched into the dark by a gentle hand. Each window steady, each flame carrying the same warmth as the one behind you. They stand scattered, yet connected by the same quiet. The mountains rise higher from here, closer to the stars. Their outlines cut into the sky with clarity, each peak sharp, yet motionless, shadows layered in countless shades of blue. You may notice how they seem to close the space like protective walls, how their stillness feels like a guard standing watch. The veranda boards creak faintly as you shift. This sound belongs only to you and the house, a small sign of life within the stillness. Pause to listen again. The stream continues below, steady and kind, joined by the faint movement of leaves. A breeze stirs through the palms. It carries the coolness of water and the sweetness of damp grass. It brushes across the face, across the arms, settles along the skin, in a way that feels precise and intentional. Notice the weight of the head now. It balances gently above the neck. No muscle strains, no joint tightens. Everything in alignment, everything held by the night itself. Look down the path again. Mist drapes low, folding around the stones you crossed before. The glow of the house behind you spreads gently onto the veranda boards. It reaches your feet, paints your legs with a faint shimmer, then stops, choosing not to press further into the night. This boundary of light feels like protection, not a limit, but a circle drawn around comfort. Gaze to the stars. They appear brighter now, each one fixed in its place, each one steady. Their quiet presence echoes the patience of the mountains. Everything above mirrors everything below. Let the breath guide the chest once more, upward with ease, downward without push. Again and again, until the rhythm belongs to you and to the valley both. A sound reaches from the distance, a low call of a bird settling deeper into its nest. It lasts only a moment. Its silence after feels longer than the call itself. Silence stretches wide, a blanket across the valley. The mist lifts just enough to reveal a curve of the river below. Silver light rests along its surface. Every ripple catches it, breaks it, restores it. The water never fails to return to itself. The night accepts your presence here. A house holds you. The mountains guard you. A stream sings to you. The palms sway for you. Everything align to bring comfort. Stand still in this moment, aware of every detail, yet requiring nothing. Even the air has slowed, as though it wished to stay beside you, as though it shared the same rhythm of breathing. Remain in this place, leaning on the railing, looking outward, listening inward. Turn toward the doorway with the same quiet pace. Boards meet each step and carry you back across the veranda. Warm light reaches for you again, steady and familiar. Inside, the room receives you without a sound. Air feels warmer here, still shaped by lantern glow. Shadows gather in soft corners. The woven mat greets your feet. On the shelf, the clay kettle waits, water inside, clear and calm. Beside it, a small teapot with a simple lid, and 2 tiny cups with thin rims. Set the herbs on the table. Mint first, lemongrass next. Their green brightens the wood. Strike a single flame and bring it close. Heat rises slowly. The kettle begins its quiet work. No rush enters the room. Only a gentle lift of warmth in the air. A small sound from the kettle hints that steam is near. Stand and pour a little into the teapot to warm it. Then tilt the water out and let the heat stay in the clay. Place mint into the warm teapot. Tear a slender piece of lemongrass so its scent opens fully. Add water. Lid on. Allow the leaves to rest and release. The room carries a faint sweetness now, green and clear. Draw it into the nose on the next inhale. Feel it move through the chest. Let it spread across the ribs. Let it reach the arms and hands. Pour a little tea into one cup, then the other. Thin steam rising like a soft thread. Set one cup near the edge of the table. Keep one in your hands. Hold the warmth. Both palms around the clay. Heat passes into skin, then deeper. A gentle glow that loosens fingers one by one. Knuckles at ease. Wrists loose. Forearms heavy in a pleasant way. Carry the cups to the veranda. Place one on the small table by the armchair. Sit down and lean back. Fabric lifts you and returns you to comfort. The cup in your hands centers the attention, a calm point to return to each time the mind drifts. Sip once. Let a small mouthful rest on the tongue. A taste of cool field and bright leaf. Swallow slowly. Heat moves down the throat. The chest opens to receive it. A trail of comfort follows the path into the belly. Listen outward again. Water keeps its rhythm below. Leaves keep their soft agreement above. The night bird speaks once more, then gives the quiet back to you. Everything in balance. Close the eyes for a few breaths. Notice how darkness presses gently against the lids. Notice the way air touches the cheeks. Notice the weight of the cup between both hands. Scan the body from crown to toes. Crown calm. Forehead smooth. Brows quiet. Lids heavy. Cheeks soft. Jaw loose. Tongue wide and resting. Collarbones broad. Shoulders low. Arms heavy. Elbows easy. Wrists soft. Hands warm around the cup. Mountains remain at the edge of the valley, clear against the sky. Their stillness settles into you. They stand. You rest. They keep watch. You need nothing more. Another sip. Warmth enters again. Scent of mint rises with the steam. A hint of lemongrass clears the head just enough to feel spacious and untroubled. After swallowing, sit without movement and watch the way the world holds itself. Lanterns in distant homes do not waver. Mist gathers like a low sea across the grass. The stream makes a bright line where moonlight meets motion. Palms trace wide shapes and return to stillness. Let attention move in a simple loop. Sound of water, weight of the cup, light in the valley. If thoughts appear, let them pass like small clouds. If images arrive, let them dim at the edges and float away. Return to the loop. Return to breath. Let the breath find its own rhythm. It is safe to let the jaw rest. You are welcome in this night. Set the cup on the table. Hands empty now. Lay them on the thighs. Palms down for steadiness. Shoulders glide lower. Neck stays tall. Head tips slightly forward, just enough to feel fully supported. Allow the breath to lengthen further. In for a count that feels easy. Out for a count 1 or 2 beats longer. Feel the heart slow in response. Feel the skin on your face relax, as if smoothing under a warm cloth. Turn the gaze to the mountains and let the lids lower halfway again. Nothing to look for, only the presence of form and space. Outside, the stream keeps time. Inside, your body echoes it. A longer pause arrives between breaths now. This pause is comfortable. This pause is quiet. This pause is sleep approaching, step by step. Reach for the cup again. One small sip. Set it down. Hands return to the thighs. Fingers uncurl. The impulse to move fades. The armchair supports every part of you. Back held. Hips cradled. Legs aligned in a way that asks nothing. Feet warm where the mat meets skin. The valley feels nearer now, as if the air itself leaned closer to keep you safe. Edges of shapes soften even more. Light becomes gentle haze. Sound thins to a fine thread. Hold the body in this quiet and let the mind drift like a leaf on the surface of sleep. Nothing to do, nothing to solve. You are here, and here is enough. If you wish, bring the cup for a last sip. The fragrance is softer now, almost all warmth, almost all rest. Set it aside. Place one hand over the belly, the other over the chest. Feel two rhythms meeting, breath and river. They match. They agree. They guide. Close the eyes fully. Inside the dark, shapes continue in memory. Mountains around the valley, safe and still. Water below the house, steady and kind. Lanterns in the distance, faithful and calm. Breath grows light and lighter still. Pauses widen into small lakes of silence. Between them, only a narrow stream remains, moving slowly, carrying you forward without effort. Everything knows its part. Mountains keeping watch, river marking time, palms writing soft arcs in the air, the house holding its warm light, your body receiving all of it. Sleep comes in quiet steps, heels of thought lift from the floor of awareness. They set down softer each time. Then they stop moving altogether. The night continues. Water moves without end. Lanterns glow without strain. Mountains remain. Your breath settles into the deepest rhythm it knows. Everything rests. Everything safe. Everything continues.